Hi, I'm Larissa, and in just 8 weeks' time I'm going to be undertaking my first major through hike of the Island Way, which will be 1,000 kilometers long and is also part of the International Appalachian Trail. Today what I want to do is review a few key pieces that I have purchased over the last 12 months from the Appalachian Gear Company. So I've got a number of pieces of gear from the Appalachian Gear Company, and I had to import these from the States, obviously. So I got some from Garage Ground Gear and I got some from the Appalachian Gear Company website. Now, I never paid full price on any of these items, and always took advantage of any sort of sales that they had going on. Now, what you can see that I'm wearing here at the moment is the AG8020T, which means that it's 80% alpaca and 20% tencel. So this one that I have on is a cranberry and it is a medium and it fits me perfectly, I'd say. When I first bought the items from Appalachian Gear Company, I actually purchased this in this cobalt blue color, and this is actually an extra large. So this is definitely a bit too big for me, but I do like a roomier fit sometimes. So I have found that I have continued to wear this particular item. Now, as I go through these things, I'm going to give a little bit of a summary of my pros and cons of these items when I get towards the end of the video. So just stick around for that and I'll tell you what I love and what I hate about them. I also bought these 8020 AGTs in a long sleeve version. So I bought the cranberry because I really loved the color, and this is a medium. Again, fits me probably better than the extra large, and I also got the extra large long sleeved AG8020 as well. So I still wear both of them for different reasons. This one is definitely, I'm going to say, a bit too big for me. The sleeves are a little bit too long, so I do sometimes have to fold those up, but I don't really care. Sometimes I just feel like that looser fit, you know, and so these have been staples for me over the last 12 months, particularly in the cooler weather, although I do wear them in warm weather as well, but I will get to that in a little. Now I'm coming to my very favorite item, which is the fleece hoodie. And this is an absolutely beautiful color. It's a bit heavier than the 8020 AG versions, and it is 100% alpaca, so you can really feel that that difference in the fabric. This is soft and cozy, and I have found that this has been a real staple for me in winter, and I have worn it over and over and over. This particular one is a size large, which is a little bit roomy on me, but that's okay because it does allow me to layer up a little bit underneath it, which is what I would do. And when I'm camping here in winter in the mountains, I will go to bed and sleep in a long sleeve alpaca tee with this on the top, and sometimes I'll pop a beanie as well or one of the neck gaiters on. But this is definitely what I've got for you is a neck gaiter. Now this particular neck gaiter has got a slightly scooped bottom to it, so potentially a little bit more suitable for, you know, skiing or any other sorts of pursuits. I find with just the rectangular tubular gaiters, generally speaking, even buffs, that they actually just tend to bunch up around your neck here. So I like that when you actually have this one on, it actually scoops down a little bit and covers this area and protects you from the cold. So again, this is kind of the same weight as the fleece that I've just showed you. It's quite thick and warm, but it's also very, very light as well. So I have worn this in the very depths of winter here as well. The last item I'm going to show you is the little fleece beanie. So it's more like a skull cap actually. It's a beautiful color, and this matches my fleece hoodie. What I have found with this particular one is it's nice and light and it does fit me really nicely. However, sometimes when I'm sleeping at nighttime particularly, it tends to ride up a little bit, and I'm not sure if that's the shape of my head or just me moving around a little bit, but this has been really, really fantastic because again, it's really quite thin and very, very light, but very, very warm. So I'm loving that as well. Alrighty then, let's talk about what I love and I don't love so much with these particular garments. I'll start with what I don't love because that list is probably a little bit shorter. The cost and the price is number one. They are expensive, but I guess you kind of get what you pay for. They have been pretty good quality, although I did have one issue which I'll mention in a second. They are a natural fabric and they're made in the USA. So here in Australia, I had to import them, obviously, direct from the Appalachian Gear Company and Garage Grain Gear. So I bought 2 batches from those 2 groups, and I had to pay postage, which is reasonably expensive from America. So what I did was I just costed a few things together so that I was getting my best value for money. The other thing that I had a problem with was, in fact, with one of the tees that I bought, which was the 80-20 tee. I had some problem stitching that came undone immediately with one of the garments. I did contact the company straight away and they were really happy to help me through that. So what they did was they said that, you know, it's highly unusual for one of their garments to have had that problem. So I then was lucky enough to get a significant discount code. They let me keep the item because there's just no point posting that back when I'm a continent and an ocean away. So they let me keep that garment, or I chose to keep it, and then they gave me a discount code off another, another piece, which was really, really good. So I did go back for more as a result and have had no problems since. So the other thing that it's not something I don't like, but you might not like, is that the garments, when they get wet or sweaty, you may experience a slight wet wool smell. Now, this is something I actually secretly like. Not so secret now that I've told you. But it does go away immediately as soon as the garment dries. So that may be of concern to some people, but like I said, it's temporary and it goes away immediately. The last thing I probably would say that's just been a mild, tiny issue is that if I am hot and sweaty, I tend to get a little bit of an itchy feeling around my chest. And I don't know if that's just because that particular skin is a little bit sensitive there or not, I'm not sure. But I do know that when they weave the yarn together, it's not perfect because it's a natural fiber, right? So there can be some kind of sticky outy bits, which you can't really see in the garments. But that can be enough to irritate your skin. So what happens with mine was that I just wore them for a while and that seemed to settle it down. But with my short sleeve blue cobalt blue one, I did wash that one and that seemed to settle that down as well. All right, so now what do I love? So many things. I love the colors. The colors are so vibrant and there's such good choices with them, which I really, really like. You can get grays and things that are quite conservative or these lovely bright, vibrant colors. So lots of colors to choose from. The fabrics themselves are slightly different because this is an 80-20 fabric. So it's kind of got a bit of a slub feel to it. And I think that's to give it strength and durability, whereas 100% fleece feels quite different. It is heavier, obviously, it is thicker and it is warmer. It is so soft and cozy. I love my garments that I've got out of these fleece, this fleece fabric. Really, really good. So the other thing that I like about them is the length. So the length of these, tees and the fleece hoodie as well is quite long. So I found that the medium is a great fit on me in most of their garments. I have got a large in that hoodie, and that's just, so I can layer, and the extra larges are good when I just want to wear something a little bit looser. So I don't mind that these are a little bit big. I find that probably in terms of sizing, they are probably just a little bit different in sizing, probably a bit larger than what is typical in terms of Australian sizing, but that's okay as well. I mean, I don't mind a looser fit, so I'm quite happy with that. So the length is great because if you're wearing those hip belt, they don't ride up, and in winter when it's cold, they keep you warmer because, they're a little bit longer. So I really love that as well. I also love the fact that they don't stink. They don't need washing very often. In fact, most of those things except for the blue cobalt tee, I have not washed any of them. They have not needed it. I have sweated in them. I have done everything in them. They've been around campfires. You know, they pick up a little bit of odor from a campfire for a while, you air them out and it's gone. So they've been really, really incredible in that respect. I found that they're durable and the shape retention has been very, very good in all of these. And I've really found that that's been a really good and surprising plus for these particular things. So I guess you can make up your own mind. If you want to look at the tech specs of all of these things, go to the Appalachian Gear Company website. I'll just pop a link below for you. You can go and have a look if you want, and just make up your own mind, I guess, and see what you think, because they're surprisingly good and amazing pieces of kit. All right, well, I'm going to go, so I will see you next time, probably on the trails or in another review. Bye for now.